strange age, when you think about it. You're kind of in that weird space between being an adult and being kind of recognized as an adult. And a lot of what I've done over the past year mainly has been trying to bridge that gap between youth and adults. I think it is something funny that those of us that are pretty climate-minded, we kind of hear the ages 20, 19, all the way down to 0, and feel a little bit of fear as to our future. Normally when you think of frightful ages, you're kind of thinking of 70, 80, 90. But I think we can all kind of agree that the prospect of not knowing if you'd have a world to grow up to get to 70, 80, or 90 is equally as terrifying. The interesting thing that I was looking at when I'm a big student in history anyway, and when I was talking to people, is that my generation wasn't the first to feel this way. Honestly, there's been some sort of doomerism in every generation going all the way back. But really, the first generation that had a problem very similar to this was the baby boomer generation. They lived in the fear of nuclear warfare. That generation grew up, and I don't think it was a coincidence that as the generation that did not know if they were going to get to grow up, grew up, nuclear warfare seemed to become a much more manageable issue. Only thing with ours is that we don't exactly have that time. We have a couple years right now to act on the climate, and a couple years right now to act on how to set up infrastructure for AI so that it doesn't ruin our global economy. And we have to ask ourselves if we want to build a future that we can all be proud of. And if we want to take our place in history right now and be remembered for people that did the right thing. Because all of us are alive in this pivotal knife edge between crisis and opportunity. I think that's why we all were supposed to, dress in black and white or whatever. I actually appreciate the people that brought some color into the room as well. If we are able to fulfill our place in history right now, we could all be perceived as the greatest collection of generations. However, and I think the youth are also guilty of this, ostracizing one another based on generations is no way to solve what is by definition a generational problem. If anything, I think it's probably the most dangerous thing you can do. Right now, this war between the elders and the youth has no place in the climate conversation, and it's something that those that are actually responsible for climate change want us to be talking about, want us to be fighting about. We are all met with this lack of unity right now, I believe, on purpose. So either way, I've been speaking for too long, but really what I want to plead everyone to do is have new conversations with those in other generations. I really want people to talk to others that may disagree with you and find a way to listen as well as to learn. We've all learned, and we've all learned this by being here as well with this beautiful art around us. I'm an artist in my main life, how powerful information is. We saw it during COVID. The idea of COVID spread more fast and it mutated more and more than the virus ever did. We're all getting different information streams. Maybe we can respect that. Maybe we can appreciate that. Maybe we can turn that into the change that we need to become the greatest generations that have ever lived. The ones that took the world to a new place rather than the ones that destroyed it. We've done it in the past. We can do it again. And this time it's going to be a lot more fun. All right, so thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Alex.